Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have been gone for a very long time. As some of you that might have read the comments, it was due to my wife's health. I put everything on the back burner due to that. But reason I'm coming out of the dark is all of a sudden, and it's because I'm very upset with Dmac, what he's saying about like the art community, the Omega community, where he's to me, he's mostly just yelling stuff out and repeating the same thing over and over. I'm going to tell you guys what I personally think about this, the personal experience I've had with DMAC, with Hexen, and the whole entire Discord. If you're watching this, you probably have watched my previous content. I am not a fan of Hex and his method, the way he does things. I am not a fan of how he runs his mod, but I give him the credit where the credit is due, right? The man's a genius. He could do things that most people can't. He's not the only modder that's like Omega mods. Like Terra's also there too, right? He has created one of the most cool looking things. Like the first time I saw a skeleton RG I was just baffled, okay? I was like, "What is that?" And it was stone. And I was like, "Oh my god, it's so freaking cool." Like those two guys are the Omega mod creators, all right? It's not just Hexen. And if you look at my bash content, I did bash on Hex quite a bit, especially in my videos, especially in my comments. But I stepped back and I said, "Hey, let's hi OG. Let's figure out who Hex is, right? Let's get a little bit more involved in the community, not just what I see in general chat or donator chat. Let me actually meet the man, meet Zaytera, meet some of the mods. I'm sorry, guys. You know that I'm live, and if you've seen me live, I have animals that just decide to do whatever they want, especially when there's a door closed. Anyways, let's just let's just talk about. And he's up here. I've seen this already, and this is why it upset me. I've seen Derpy's video as well, and I have nothing to say to Derpy. That's all personal stuff that I do not know the story behind, so I am not going to assume that I know anything about it. Only thing I'm going to be speaking and potentially showing you guys um, is facts, alright? We are talking about facts. We're not making fun of how anybody looks. We're not making fun of anybody that talks. That crap needs to stay out of here, alright? It should stay out of the internet in general, alright? I play League of Legends. I know how toxic people can be, alright? So, we're keeping out that. We're only showing, speaking of facts, my personal information, my admins, and my co-owners' um, interaction with the Hexen Discord. So let's just go down the line here, watch this, hopefully quickly because I do have work in about an hour. So let's do this quickly and brush up on some of the truths and false that is being said here because I was very livid last night about this.
What's up, guys? It's King Daddy DMac, and welcome back to, I guess, another what I said was pretty clear. Get the general point across of what
I
we're
did
talking about, which is
I did watch the first video as well, and right off the bat I'm gonna say he's batting modders that are doing this for free, right? You're not gonna go into work and be like, nah, take my paycheck, guys. It's fine. It's fine. I do this for fun. Like, no, people, when they create something, they're expected a return, right? So that's why most modders are upset because you can make hundreds and thousands of dollars that a lot of, for Omega example, we're just going to talk about Omega here. Omega servers would charge people hundreds of dollars for dinos, max statted items, everything, charms and whatnot. And I'm not gonna go how to do that because I'm just spreading the wrongfulness of how the mod should be played, and I'm not about that. So you talking that most mods are upset because you're making money off their content, yeah, they have every right to be upset. It's like I don't know. you buying a car and not paying for it, and then you're upset that the dealer's upset because you didn't pay for it. Well, yeah, they took time, they bought it from the company, and they want their return for it. That's understandable to a point.
Is, of course, the toxicity that has been growing amongst the modder and modding community in ARK. I specifically in my video didn't drop really names. The only thing that I did talk about was in Primal Fear, and I'm not going to walk back a single thing that I said in the video because
Okay.
I agree with this and thought I was talking about them. Let me.
So, I remember that part. He's talking about how some mod creators, I don't know if this is true. He's just saying this. We don't have proof, right? We don't know if the PF creator contacted him. We don't know if the docs creator contacted him. We don't know any of this. This is all he or she say, right? So, he's saying that a lot of people hit him up for like, hey, are you talking about us? Like, what's going on? Which, to be honest, modders don't really care what content creators think or do. So unless I see proof, I really doubt this. But yeah, you are known to be a toxic person and talk crap about other people's content. So yeah, they're a little worried because you have like what 1 million, almost 2 million subscribers, and yeah, they're worried because you're gonna give them negative publicity. It's bad. Like, on the other hand, it's like, hey, offenses, you're making a video about this big YouTuber, but I really don't care. I'm not in YouTube to make money. I'm in YouTube because I wanted to. There was no information about this mod. Literally, 6 months ago, or 8 months ago, 10 months ago, a year almost. There was no information for this mod. I literally built my channel and my community from zero talking about Arc Omega. That is how you help the community. You put content out there showing them how to do things. That's how you help people, right? Even to this day, even though I'm not uploading videos, you put a comment down, I respond to it. Simple as that. So you're known to be a toxic person to all these other modders, so they're going to be like, hey, well, what's going on? What happened?
Be clear if I wasn't clear enough the last time. I'm only talking about some specific people and communities. I'm not talking about the base mod of Primal Fear. I'm pretty sure I brought up PyCon is the mod author of the base game of Primal Fear. Many times brought unofficial act. The latest thing that was an example of what I was trying to show as a greater problem. I have no problem, and I'm pretty sure I was specific about this. I have no problem with mod authors better balancing their mod. That is not at all the issue, not at all the problem, at all. It's the methods that some mod authors go and use.
So I'm going to have to agree with him with that. Hex does go to extreme lengths to stop people from doing certain things in his mod. Like, I have to agree with him with that. I've made this statement plain and clear. He does go above and beyond, which is bad and good at the same time because it's stopping people that want to make it easy for themselves. It's stopping them from doing that. People that um, are exploiting it for the negative reasons. For example, selling dinos and charging hundreds of dollars for it. If you don't believe me, I don't really have proof, but I had people in my community come and tell me, hey, we came from this community and this person charged $80 for what you guys are giving free. And I'm like, our basic kits are free because it's just basic stuff. They're like, no, they would charge a lot of money for that. I was like, that's crazy. Okay? That's beyond crazy for me. It's people will try to get money every way. So this is like the people that are trying just to make it easy on themselves get caught up with people that are hurting the community by making money. And Hexen doesn't like that. So it's perfectly understandable to go, hey, you're making money off my hard work of I spent hundreds upon hundreds of hours, and I have sat in multiple times on hex encoding, and trust me, it's not push click and it goes right. It's push click goes wrong. Okay, change something. Push click goes wrong. Okay, you know, screw this. It's part of my language. I'm gonna go and do something else and work on another project. And it's the same problems over and over again until you figure out what's wrong. That's literally hundreds of hours on the bigger projects like Magic Find, Newbie Buff. That just in general, I talked to Hex about that, and it was a pain in the ass for him to create. And guess what? I bought the game any config so my servers can have custom stuff. And you know what? I never argue with him that he's charging me for it because you put in the labor hours to work on this, you should be compensated. That is how the economy works. That's why you go to work, to sit down and perform your best at work, and they will give you money. Okay? Like Dmax, I really doubt he edited this video himself. All right? He paid somebody to do it. So somebody had to sit down, make a thumbnail, edit the video, make all the quality of the sounds look good and hear good, and he paid him for it. Okay? And it's just video editing. That takes what, 6 hours at most for really good content, or for great content, days. Like if you guys seen Mr. Beast's video, he had a whole 20-30 man team doing the hunger not the Hunger Games, oh my goodness, the Squid Games, like, and he was on a timeline. These guys were working day and night for this, but they were compensated for their time.
To do this. Now, that method happened to be, I mean, it was a great example of it. And I'm almost thankful that it happened so that I could use it as said example. But I think every mod author and every person that plays modded Ark would agree if Wildcard poofed every single mod for being a mod on Ark, or because they didn't agree that it played like their base game, yeah, they'd be crying their heads off.
First of all, if Wildcard decided to poof all mods of Ark, there will be no Ark. Okay? Nobody's gonna come and kill the Brute Mother 1,000 times and restart over and over again because it's fun. No, it's super easy. You could do it probably on the third day on vanilla if you get lucky with taming dinos. If modded Ark didn't have mods, Ark would have died years ago. Okay? Years ago. Because they allowed it, and this is why you never hear Wildcard talk about their mods, is if they speak out against them, they will lose what little funding they have of people buying accounts to play. Well, I guess they make most of their money from people getting banned on the servers and then buying new accounts. Anyways, that's a whole different topic. Modded Ark saved Ark, and that's a fact. PvP 20% of 25% of the player base, right? I used to be a PvP player. I loved sitting on with hours and hitting that connect button so I can just get in and lag and look at all this spam of foundation and pillars in front of me and run dinos to drain bullets. That is amazing fun. I was young. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Okay. I got a little older. I'm 30 now. I kind of understand what a good game should be. Oh no, it's fine. Some of his videos, unless he's really skilled. I I agree with it. But I don't know. Like this is all my speculations, right? This is all my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to listen to it. You can go on another channel and, watch something else. You don't have to be here. But this is just my frustration with what he said about the Omega community. Because I have spent months and months, probably up to a year almost now, in the Omega community, um, being part of that community. Even if I'm not chatting in there, I still see what's going on. That some people that are gonna watch his video and go, oh, yeah, it's a toxic community. They're all, assholes over there. No, that's not true. Absolutely fucking not. Like, I was so. Okay, I'm going on a tangent here. Let's continue.
Screaming bloody murder. Like, it's just, that's a fact. Well,
One thing I have to say, if he ever gets to see this video, I would have put the chaos behind him because that is literally blinding my eyes. Just saying.
Wildcard doesn't do this, and they don't have a problem with it. But then where the hypocrisy of it all lies is then why would mod authors, not all, again, this is, I'm being vague because I'm not, the point isn't.
Hi, Klaus. Oh, you can put your quenches down. It's fine. I can always be work like, yeah, I'm running late. My car won't start.
To call out people by name and to say them, that person. That is not what my point was, and that is what.
Well, you saying and calling out specific mods, like later he's gonna go into talking about, oh, for example, one of the most toxic Discord is the Omega Discord. Okay, so you just called out the whole Discord, like thousands of people that are in there. You just called them out. So you even giving a name like that will automatically pin the blame on Hex, okay? So you need to go, there's a lot of toxic communities there with a lot of different mods. I'm not going to name any of them because I'm not here to paint a negative picture towards anybody, right? That is the correct way to approach this. You even saying the Omega Discord puts a bad picture on Hexen, on Zytera, on all the mods, alright, on all the admins. Just saying.
Why I was so vague. But why should you then have the right to go and do these practices for a game that you are getting the rights to make your modifications to? Why then should you shame other modifications?
I do agree with him on that Discord. You are shamed if you do not play vanilla. There was a time that it was really bad. Like, this isn't even bad right now. There was a time that this was really, really bad. And I got attacked too. Out back then, I didn't have 100 subscribers. I didn't have 100 viewers on my video. Alright? And I was getting shamed. Like, I remember when we killed Ancient Sin when the galley prey was broken. We literally got called out because we had potions, or Dodo had potions. No, I had them. No, I had them on my hotbar. That they weren't even there, but when you remove an object from Arc and it just leaves a little imprint on there that shows you. So if you pick that item back up, it will like automatically go on that hotkey. So that's what, and they're like, oh, you were using modded potions, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. But if you zoom in, and I zoomed in on the video, I don't even have them equipped. So it was like, the argument was null and void, right? Like, we killed Ancient Sin, and a lot of the galley prey nerfs are my fault. I take full responsibility for it, and it just comes with the territory of making content and finding broken things. But we killed Ancient Sin, and that's a fact that nobody can take it away from us, because if you look, well, you can't really see anything on the video because it's all a bunch of numbers throwing up and down, but we both had, because we were scared crapless about it, we both had compies on our shoulders just in case the other person DCs. Yeah, Zytera is absolutely right. God, it used to be so bad. And guess what? Here, and I'm gonna take a pot shot at King Daddy. Like 1 or 2 months ago, before my wife's health decline, I was every night up to 4 a.m. looking through the general chat, trying to help out here and there because I'm sitting in bed, I can't sleep, I'm very bored. Wife's sleeping, I move, she gets upset. Yeah, if you're married, you know what I'm talking about. He would give people the wrong information in Discord. All right? Literally, I saw myself when I was active on there, an admin constantly correct him on what actually is the meta, what actually how stuff worked. He never took the time to research. I've never seen him, and I did watch some of his videos. They weren't perfect. Like I didn't like him because I wasn't learning anything. I was just watching him fly around and kill things and get a bunch of drops because he has high magic. Fine. Maybe because I know the game to such fundamental level that it's not interesting for me. But a lot of admins were correcting him because he was giving the wrong information. So he never took the time to educate himself on the mod. He just took his personal experience, and that must have been true. And I was like looking at him, and I even talked to my admin team about like, have you guys seen general chat with him talking? It's like some misinformation. They're like, yeah, we noticed that. But anyways, tangent.
Again, it's like if someone doesn't play Vanilla Arc, you don't have to yell at them and say, you're not playing Vanilla Arc. This is not the way it was intended.
He's
Well,
right. They
guess
do
what?
that.
The person that is playing knows that. They know they are not playing Vanilla.
And unfortunately, he's going to yell a lot. And this is the really thing that irritated me, is because he's constantly yelling. He's not talking. And you can see the frustration in his voice. If he didn't care, you wouldn't have frustration. You'd be like, guys, this is what happened. Here's the proof and whatnot. Actually, hold on. Speaking of proof, so Zaytera's here, so I'm gonna put him out to dry right now. Oh, I do a lot of. The reason I got the way to do this video is because of Aspen Gold. I freaking love that man. He's such a genius when it comes to streaming. He really connects with the audience. Anyways, and so this is Dodo had a problem. We couldn't figure out why the grinder wasn't dropping to be placed on the ground on our servers. So this is Dodo literally, and you guys can pause it. I'm just gonna briefly go over it. Dodo basically points out that his ticket wasn't and he messages Zaytera personally, and because we found out that the problem from uninstalling mods, we found that his mod was the problem on why, for some reason, this is Arc, of course, spaghetti code all the way, it's not being placed down. Like, you have the grinder in your inventory, trying to place it down, it doesn't go down. So, we're like, okay, remove mods, remove mods. Oh, what the heck? Zaytera's mod is the problem. Okay, let's message him. And I told him, just message Zaytera. He's a cool guy. I've had interactions with him. He'll help you out, I promise. So this is basically him talking to Zaytera, and basically Zaytera tells him, hey, maybe your server provider got a corrupted file. It's not working for some reason. Like, go ahead and just manually re-download the mod onto whatever server you're doing. And guess what? It freaking worked. It worked. Alright? So, when he calls out the Omega Discord, remember, he just called out Zaytera. Okay? The guy who got DM'd, which most mod creators are not even going to acknowledge your existence unless you have spent a bunch of money on them, and I could tell you Dodo has not. And yeah, and he did say it's a very common issue with larger mods for some reason. I don't know programming, I can't tell you. But like they know. Um but going back to it, just remember, he called out. Also, when I was starting up my YouTube stream, guess who constantly came to my streams to help me out? It was QWasp. I can never say his name right. He has a dino named after him. And I love that freaking dragon. Anyways, he came in, his admin came into my stream and just chatted with me. He was the only one talking. Okay? Yeah, it's that guy. Klaus is right. Um, He was the only one talking to me. And you know how good it felt? And he actually is the reason why I kept going with this stuff. Even if he, like, if I look back at my previous streams, at my previous videos, oh my god, somebody please freaking shoot me. Like, I was a noob that I didn't know crap. I probably still don't know crap, but that's not the point here. But he inspired me to keep going and showed me the fun that, like, hey, try this, hey, try that, you know? Remember, he's part of the Omega Discord, and the Omega Discord will get called out here again.
Arc. And it's the exact same analogy for all mods. Someone can choose what they want to do. It is not, in my opinion, your right to tell them. Now, again, though, that is my opinion. That is up to debate. But the method of the methods of correcting this were the problem. The rest is, yes, a debatable issue. I happen to think I'm right on this, but, you know, we'll leave that at that.
Of course you do.
That's
Everybody
no
that has an
reason
opinion
to
thinks they're right.
shame someone. And guys, get rid of your pitchforks. This is not, the point is
So
not
my
to go
pitchfork is
after
up.
all
So we're
mod
getting to the good
authors,
part.
or really any mod author, because that's not even my underlying point. It's the point of why would this mod author have gone that far?
Okay, now remember he said, why did this mod author? Right here, he is pointing out one mod author that I don't know the full story. I just watched this video, well, both his videos, and I watched Derpy's video. And Derpy, I have no problem with what he said. It's because I don't know what happened, right? And it sounds like a very personal thing, so I don't even think I should even comment on that video. Like, it's literally none of my problem what personally happened between him and Hex, okay? That's for them to sit down like grown men and talk about it. And, you know, whoever's wrong be like, yeah, bro, I'm sorry I did this. And the other ones go, yeah, I kind of overreacted. And that's literally how it should go. And he should get back in the Discord, get his creator tag, and continue posting videos in the video feed. That's how I think it should go down. Like, they both need to sit down and talk about it. And that's basically what I had to say about Derpy's video.
Why? Because they, most likely, it seemed to me, thought it was funny, and because they're developing a god complex.
I agree. Not with, like, particularly God complex, but more of the controlling complex that Hexen has. And to a point, I understand it. It's your baby. You're trying to nurture it. You're trying to people to enjoy. Because when you create a game, when you create a mod, when you create a story, when you create just about anything that takes somebody through a journey of the unknown, you want them. You're making it in your own image, right? So, like when Ark was created, the first map on the island, the devs wanted you to go through the journey of surviving the first few days, dying over and over again, taming dinos, and it getting easier to where you can challenge the ultimate bosses. Right? That was their vision. So when people started abusing bugs and glitching through the maps and stuff like that, guess what? The devs patched it. Right?
More or less. And they don't give a crap about the player. It is for their own amusement. Other methods could have been taken, but the most smarmy, annoying, rub it in your face method was done to just say F you to the player. Because
now I can say Hexen has never ever said once those particular words to a player. He's mostly doing most of his patches to combat exploits. Like, most people will never know this story, but my community. No, he calls out Zaytera. He calls out Omega on it. He does a lot. I've seen it. Um, I'm sure he does says the Omega Discord and controlling stuff, and I can't. And if he's not calling anybody out from him just being this particular mod creator and then calling out the Omega Discord, I feel like he is also calling out the Omega Discord. That's why got me pissed. Um, but anyways, this is how I took his video. But yeah, but these are all points that he's saying that should never be brought up to any mod creator, because the actual fact is you guys do this for free. Now, Wildcard is trying to implement a way with Arc 2 for mod creators to get paid for this. That means Wildcard has acknowledged that mods are the life of their company in a way, that saying, hey, we want actually more talented people like Zytera, Hexen, Pokemon, um, and Mike, who created Docs, to put more time and effort into it so our game can grow. So let's find a way that we can actually compensate them for their time so they're more inclined to making better mods. Or transferring their mod over to Arc 2 on the Unreal Engine 5. Like, they have acknowledged that. Are they going to do it? We don't know, but that's wild card for you. That's a totally different topic.
They feel they are justified, they are right, and they can do whatever they want. And yeah, they can. But it doesn't mean you have to sit down and take it. Because this whole thing, it all boils down to stand up to bullies. That's it. That is it. A lot of the modding community has become bullies. And they feel
No, that is 100% not true. Not a lot of the so not a lot of the community has become. Sorry, I was reading the chat. What did he say? Oh, the bullies, right. So that is not true. Most, and just like in real life, the bullies are the loudest ones. You're telling me that in Hexen's Discord, the thousands of people who are in there are all bullies. No, you have probably 10, 20 of them. They're the loudest. They're the 1%er that are the loudest and have a lot of free time and are rude. And I don't know why they're rude. I'm not going to speculate anything, but they're just rude to be rude. Does it get their rocks off? Who knows? Who cares? It just happens. Not most of the community is. And I'm pretty sure the same thing goes for the other communities. You can't tell me that thousands of people in one Discord are toxic. Sorry, you feel called out? His analogy doesn't. So his analogy does not work since Wildcard earns money from everyone that mods the game, and those who use those mods, you can't make. So are you saying that who's my analogy's not working or Dmax? I'm kind of confused. It's very easy to get me confused. Please be as blunt as possible, but also respectful. That's part of the YouTube thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so like this is why I'm upset because there's so many loopholes of what he's saying. I feel like he doesn't even know what he's talking about. And this paints a bad picture on the community that I am part of and I have helped bring up. I feel like I have helped a lot of people start Omega that are officially put off by how challenging it is. And when somebody took the time to break it down for them, they're like, this is a piece of cake. Like if I don't know anything, I'll just go to this low editing skilled YouTuber and that can barely hear him on the mic and like learn something and I can do it. I can tell you and I will pull up my pull up my YouTube earnings from all my videos that I have made and show you how much a little YouTuber like me makes. Because I think it's like $50, $15, something like that. It's not even $100 from all the videos of all the views. I have made less than $100 from it. And I can tell you, I have spent a lot more with Hexen to buy game innies, create game innies for me, um, and I spent a lot more than that. Why? Because I believe if you put the hard work into something, you deserve to be compensated. You deserve to be promoted. Unfortunately for Hexen, there is no promotion above him making the mod. Oh, you can call me out. This is a free space. You just have to be respectful. Yeah, his fans. Yeah, I've seen his comments. Like, way to speak the truth, dude. Like, yeah, all mods are toxic, and I'm like, what am I reading? I looked at the comments. Trust me.
Feel they can bully and shame everyone else to be exactly the way they want you to be. And let me break it to you. Even if
I'm
you,
just gonna skip ahead of where he talks about Omega because I am running short on time.
it's mind blowing. Now, I got a lot of people that came up after my last video and they tried to, basically because they can't really defend what the crap, against what I'm saying. Because
Yeah, again, I'm doing that right now. I'm literally doing that right now. I'm defending. Well, I'm not really defending. I'm speaking the truth of what actually happens, in my personal opinion on it. My experience with Hex. You know what? Here, I'll tell you something. I messaged Hex. Hold on, I gotta scroll down a bit. I messaged Hex on 7/19 of 2023. He still hasn't gotten back to me. That's 2 months. And guess what? I'm not taking it personal because he's got. I think he said he has 2 kids. He works. He comes home and mods and passes out at 4 a.m. If it was something really important, I will poke him again. You know? So, like, know who you're talking about before you talk about them. And this is how I know Dmac. I know, like, Martin, like, offenses. Martin's my real name. Offenses, you're talking about Dmac and you really don't know him, but I've seen his content. I have watched his video. And this is the impression I'm getting from him. And I listen to what he speaks. I've played PF for years. This is
I'm
the only
I'm
mod I
telling
play.
you, I'm right. I think that I do.
And this is, I don't know what country he's in, but this is the internet, and you have the right to think you're right in the internet. That's what the internet is.
But I'm not gonna rub it in your face. But to go
Then stop there. Literally, if you're not going to rub it in the face and you don't want people to be toxic, stop right there and end the video. Put the facts that you want out there and let the people decide what is true and what is not.
and then try and, while they can't defend their position, instead resort to trying to shame me because I make money off of playing Ark and Ark.
So, I agree and disagree with this. I don't think he should be shamed, but I also don't think that he should be saying what he is saying here shortly because you are making money, and this is why the internet is such a new place and so many new rules are coming out that it's kind of like the internet is a country and we're slowly developing on what is right and what is wrong. I think that's the best analogy I can give. Right? When you're a new country, you get the basics: no murder, no stealing, if they're a religious country, then you have like this is our one religion. If it's not, then it's freedom of religion, like America. There's like basics, right? But the all little details like this, like who can make money, like should the people who make the game and make the mod make some kind of dollar out of it. It's all new territory. It's evolving.
Arc mods. Did you know that?
I
Was that
mean, so if I think I did the math, if I took his playlist um, yesterday, and I multiply. So I think he had like a bunch of. I forgot how many thousands of views he has in his um, Omega playlist that he's tagged videos, which I'm sure not all his videos are in there. But if you take that viewer base and you times that by 0.03, which is what YouTube pays you per view, he has made close to $7,000 with just that playlist. All right, that's not considering how many people have joined his membership. That's not considering um, the ad revenue. That's not considering any of that. We're just talking about the views because unless he puts it out there, this is how much I have made from all my Omega vid. We'll never know. Okay, I can pull up mine and it's like maybe $5. Okay, um, but that's $7,000 that not the wildcard is seeing, nor is Hexen seeing from that playlist.
that's something that nobody knew? Dude, I'm a YouTuber. Great job, Sherlock. You solved the case. Shame me because I'm a YouTuber. There you go. And yeah,
I mean, Mattress, you guys can review it, you can smear it in Discord. It doesn't really matter to me. I a little background. I have played video games since I was, I don't know, 12. I came to America when I was 10. I am 30 right now. So I have played video games for a long time. I have played the OG games. I have any, but that doesn't matter. I have seen internet grow as a person because I have been with everything so much, and I have played Ark for a long time. Um, and this is why I never subscribe to certain YouTubers because one, I get a bad feeling of what they are, and I feel like if I subscribe to them, I promote whatever they're saying. And I don't know Dmac personally, so one of the reasons why I'm not subscribed to him. I actually have to like search up this video.
yeah, I am making money off of this video, and I did off of the last video. Does that change anything I'm saying?
Yes, it was one of the core points um, that Hexen made in his post is it does change a lot. Like if you want the mod creator to respect you, you need to respect them. If you're making a ton of money out of their video, give them $500. If you're making, $5,000 off of one video, give them $500. You still made a 4 grand and a half. What's $500 to you, right? That's like rich people saying I can't donate because I'm too rich. You know, like what is this?
Am I selling you a product right now?
You are selling a product because the product is your content that you're making money off of. The content you're creating, it's considered your content, air quotes, because you're the one producing it, but you're playing somebody else's content. That makes sense. I think so. I think he's trying to get some of the Omega community to come over to his side. Because nobody's going to defend the Omega community. I feel like it. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to sit down. I'm going to make a live stream about this and talk about this problem that what he's saying is not true. And people are just blindly listening to him. And because he's a good speaker, nobody's picking out little tiny details that he shouldn't be saying.
Am I apologizing for something that I did wrong? Is that what I'm doing? Is that why? No, I'm going to make money off of these bullies.
They're So again, he is calling out the Omega Discord for being bullies and him making funny, which the way he's wording it, that he's innocent in the fact. That is not true. You're making money on somebody's hard work. That's a fact. Um, and the way he's saying it kind of paints a negative picture towards him because, like, yes, I am making money off these bullies. All right, so Zaytera is a bully. Vash is a bully. Oh, my story with Vash is I had a problem. I talked to Vash. He's like, I don't know, X Hex. Okay. Next day, I'm like, hey Vash, I noticed that Derpy has these custom beacons that have Omega loot in it. Could you be possibly ask him for, that specific command? He's like, oh, here you go, boop, right in my DMs. Here you go, and I'm like, are you sure? Like, I'm shocked. Like, you don't want money for this? He's like, no. It's a public knowledge. It's in one of other discords that he's a part of. All right. So, like, and most of the modders in Hexen's Discord are also modders that I've noticed in Docs. And I know Mike is not a toxic character at all. Neither is his community. They're just a lot more strict on their rules there.
Just to throw it in their face. But that's besides the point. Not even something I thought about when making the video, but it just makes me chuckle to know that they're giving me content to talk about this.
Well, if he wants, he can talk about my content, and if he does, that will make him a bully because he's bigger than me and he has more audience base that will agree with him. That makes him a bully, exactly what he's trying to prevent. But he's more than welcome to. If there's anything that I'm not saying and pointing out that it's not true, like, please, let me know.
I mean, I think it's an injustice and a wrong, and I don't do this. I wasn't upset because I lost my dinos. I don't care. I have admin access. I can bring back anything I want. It's not about me. It's about all the people.
If it's not about him, he should have never, for the last 10 minutes, should have not stated any of that. He is venting for the last 10 minutes from when I stopped this video about his personal experience and frustration with the modding community. Okay? Literally, it should have been 11 minutes ago. You guys should have been gone here 30 minutes ago.
People that don't and can't and have been crapped on in the discords of these places and shamed by these people, and it just brings up a new breed of ARC players in the modding community that think this is acceptable.
Again, it's the loudest ones that you're hearing. It's not the majority of it. Alright? Like, I'm a content creator too. I get hate. I get toxicity in my comments. Guess what? I delete my comments. I'm small enough that I can go through and look at my comments and be like, oh, this guy is helping out. Great, thanks, bud. Thanks. Like, people will point out stuff in my comments that I didn't even know happened, and guess what? I would pin them and I would heart them because, like, I didn't know that. But it's always people that are the loudest that paint a negative picture on the rest of us.
And this is cool. And this is the way things are and should be. It was never like this before.
Yes, it was. It's always been like that. Just less people are starting to speak out towards the goodness, and that's why because they're tired. Like, if you keep talking positive and nobody's listening to you and you don't think you matter, of course you're gonna stop. That's just human biology. Like, but people that spray negative, they get off their rocks off for that, and that's why that's why they're the loudest. That's why they outlive the good people.
But a few toxic people have risen in the ranks and slowly slid their virus, absolutely toxic.
Again, it's not about him, but he's stating his personal opinion about these people.
Virus into a lot of other players who don't even like really think about. They're just like, this is the way it is. This is the meta. I'm supposed to.
Okay, first of all, this is the internet. If you're taking anybody to heart, You shouldn't be on the internet. Second of all, this is the internet. Don't listen to anybody what they have to say negativity. Even people that are super positive like influencers, most of them are fake. Yeah, another thing is virus is a curable disease. Okay, let's talk about biology for a second. A virus you can cure. You can't cure people on the internet. It's the internet. Okay? You want to see toxic players? Go play League. I want you to go and play League for a week. Come back to me. You will never come back the same. I was playing a ARAM game. ARAM, guys. ARAM is like the most relaxed game mode in League. I called out somebody and I'm like, I literally told him, stop standing still and help me out when I'm getting dived under tower. Stop AFKing. There's two friends in there that are doing. He in alt chat, he typed, hey, Jarvan. I was playing Lucian at the time. Hey, Jarvan, Lucian called you the N word. And I'm like, that's not true. Don't ever, like, and he's like, I believe it. I'm like, dude, why would you believe anybody in this community, let alone the internet? Like, at all. Like, literally, people make up stuff all the time.
To talk crap about everyone that doesn't play the exact way I do. Even the
Okay, that's true. I have to say, a lot of the community in Hex and Discord does bash. Um, and yes, Derpy did say in his video that there's a difference between general chat and donator chat. Okay, that is true. And they do look down on it, and they are toxic about it. I agree with him that. Again, they're the loudest. Okay, they're the loudest talking people that have too much time on their hand that talk about it.
the slightest variation, but it's never gonna be good enough. Never, because they are bullies. And other people to fit in.
And I have personally seen Zytera lay into the mods and the players in donator chat to basically to fuck off and stop being toxic. He didn't say it exactly like that, but I'm pretty much summarizing it. He called them out on it, and guess what? They frickin' stopped.
Try and be bullies too, and it just breeds toxicity. This is what the crap I was talking about.
Yes, it's the same
It
thing
doesn't
for a
take
while here.
long to research this and look at it yourself. Just jump into many, many
There he goes.
of the modded discords. You
Here we
want
go.
a great example?
Mm-hmm.
And actually, probably about 95% of where this started and what I was talking about, go to the Omega Discord.
Boom! There it is. So this is. I love how he started of, hey, this is just a whole ARC modding community problem with all this toxic, but 95% of it is in the Omega Discord. Holy shit, guys! We in the Omega Discord are 95% of the ARC community. Can you believe that? You know what? Nobody tell Pokemon. Nobody tell Mike. One of the so Pokemon has one of the funnest mods in my opinion, and Mike has one of the hardest mod. Mike makes docks. If you've played docks, you've hate yourself. But guess what? It's so fucking fun. I couldn't stop playing it until some personal life stuff came up. And I get bored of stuff easily. Okay, it's just how it is. Um, so so our community is a 95% of the community. All right, nobody tell the other modders this. They can't handle the truth. Okay, sorry, I got loud there.
Go hang out there. Check out how things are there. There's a great video.
And I have told people in my videos, in my Discord, and like I said, I am not a fan of Hex. I have never said I am. That what I'm fan of is his work. Okay? His personal issues, as I'm going to call it, or personality, or whatever you would like to say it is, it's his problem, alright? You don't have to communicate with the guy. You don't have to hold his hands. You don't have to rub his feet. You don't even have to talk to him to enjoy his creation, okay? You don't. Like, you could just not be in the Discord. But if you go there, I've told people, look, don't post screenshots of modded dinos that are not realistically meant for the mod. Okay? Like, if you have a dino that's 2000 wild level, you will get flamed for it. And that is true.
They came out, surprisingly, the same day that mine did. Completely random.
Okay, so there's a backup story to that. I don't know it, nor am I going to research it, because it's not my problem. My problem is to defend the community that I'm a part of, and this is what I'm doing. I don't care what happened between Derpy and Hags, or Derpy and Dmac. I really don't care. It does not affect my personal life. It does affect um what post I didn't see. But um like, I work 40 hours a week. My wife is sick. I have a husky that constantly needs walked. I have crying cats. You know, I have a whole things I have to do in my daily life. I don't care about their personal life, okay? But when you attack a community that I'm a part of and you're spreading false information, now you're attacking in sense my family, my hard work, and if you're not telling the truth, I will call you out on this. You know?
But I think it pretty much spells out very honestly and very open exactly what I am talking about. I will link it in the description. It is from Derpy.
Yeah, if you guys, I'm not gonna link videos because if you really want to know, you can go search it yourself. But you just have to search Dmac and go to his playlist, and or King Daddy Dmac on the search engine, and you can find it in his playlist or uploaded videos. I found it in the uploaded videos.
Yeah. Go check it out. I'm also going to link my
And you do, and Derpy does bring a lot of good points about the diversity of general chat and donator chat. I agree with that. But most of the stuff he talks about, it's really personal stuff. In my opinion, it's between him and Hex. So unless Hex makes a video and speaks out of what happened, and then we take that and we look at Derpy's video and we get together on who's right and who's wrong, who's telling the truth and who isn't, we'll never know who's in the right and who's in the wrong, okay? So I'm not even going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
previous video so you can know what I was talking about. But again, I want all of you other modders and everything and people, players to know this is most likely not directed at you. And by you.
So he said, so here's the controversy we're getting into. I was waiting for this. This is, so Ark, first his statement was the Ark modded community is becoming more toxic than ever. Then he goes off calling 95% of the community of Ark is in Omega Discord, which I don't know where he got that number from, but it is. And now he's saying that most of you modders, I'm not talking about you. So he's painting even a more negative picture towards the Omega Discord through fancy words. If he didn't care, if he was not trying to spread hate and deception and all those negative things, this video would have been 10 minutes long, being like, hey, all my viewers, all the million something subscribers I have, this is a fair warning to you. Don't go to Omega Discord. This is my personal opinion interaction there. Go at your own risk. And that's it. Should have been a 2-minute video. And that's it. Alright?
You defending.
Of course, that's my opinion.
These toxic people. It looks pretty suspicious.
So now we're calling out because he's saying modders reacted in a negative way, not Hex. We're talking about the other modders reacted in a negative way towards him. His statement. He's like, well, that's awfully suspicious. Why are you acting guilty? You must be guilty. If you're acting guilty, you must be guilty. Should I be calling you out? And I'm like, again, modders don't want negative. And it might not be that, but I'm just talking like this is all my opinion. Nobody wants negative publicity unless you're in politics. I'm not gonna go into that, but nobody does because he is a big YouTuber. Nobody wants their mod tarnished. Nobody in their right mind does. So this is why they're coming out and being, hey, what's going on? Let's talk about this. Like, is it us? Is it you? Is it like, you know, there's no. He's not giving detail. He's just yelling stuff out.
Do you have a guilty conscience? Is that why you're speaking out? Is that the problem? Because I wasn't talking about you, but
at the start of the video, you were.
I don't know. Should I be? Like this, it's ridiculous. Then other people, they try and bring up about me. Oh, well, you're making money off of playing these.
We've already covered this. I'm not going to cover it again. He's repeating kind of the same stuff over and over again.
People's mods, but they don't even make money off of it themselves. Did I do that? Is that my fault?
No, that is not your fault, but you're being arrogant about it and making, excuse me, one sec. And you're making videos about it and making money and being arrogant about it. Where, I make money off YouTube. I talk shit about Hexen, but I never go and rub it in his face. Or flash my money or not donate. Because Dmac was never a donator. So he never saw donator chat. So I don't know how he agrees with Derpy. His whole video was based on how the Discord is divided. And he wasn't even a donator. So how would he even know that the diversity in that thing? How does he know? For example, he's never been. Dmac has never. I don't know about Derpy because I don't think I was active when Derpy was really full blown into Omega, participating in tournaments. But I've never seen a Dmac, any of his videos. I might have missed one, ever being part of an Omega tournament. Not once, let alone winning one. I don't think anybody can win from Z and I'm forgetting the other tryhard. If Zyteris here. If somebody in the Hexen Discord is here from there, you know who I'm talking about. It's gonna eat me alive all day. But running time short here. But Z, again, a very positive person. Chronoton, thank you, Chronoton. Yeah, Z and Chronoton, if you can win, if they're trying hard and you can win above them, I will give you $100. Those guys are monsters at this mod, including like just no tame stuff. They're freaking monsters. But speaking of those two are amazing players. They're very friendly. And Z is a Twitch streamer, but he didn't get affiliated until 5 months after he got his requirements for it. He didn't seem the need to. So he wasn't doing it for the money, but guess what? He disagrees with Hex, but he's not disrespectful towards Hex. Alright? So how does me, Z, and Chronoton disagree with, and this is just the stuff I've seen in chat. I don't know if Zytarian or any other modders disagree with him, but how do we players disagree with him? And Hex never has a god complex with us, never ignores us, never talks to us about it. In the end of the day, this is his mod. He can do whatever he wants. Literally the bottom line.
Am I stealing their money?
Yes, you are.
Are they not allowed to go and
because if anything, in your description, and I am guilty of this too now that I think about it, in your description be like, if you'd like to donate to the Omega modder, here is his Patreon, here is his PayPal. That would be giving credit where credit is due. And I am guilty of that too, because I did not do that. I just thought about it. Go. Sorry, I had to let the husky out. Like, that should be a standard for any streamer. Not only highlighting the game, because when you highlight the game, you're giving the publisher credit. If you're playing a mod, should be giving, like, I think that should be just an internet rule, actually. I think that's a very good rule.
Make videos as well? Is that a problem? I didn't do that, and this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Take it up with Wildcard, or make your own game then instead of.
So, this shows me what kind of arrogance he has towards. Take it up with Wildcard. Wildcard does not care about modders. Well, they kind of do now. Because we'll see what happens with Arc 2, okay? It's all debatable in Arc 2. So, like, Wildcard understands that if they get rid of mods, Arc would be Arcless. Alright, there's not going to be a single survivor out there unless they're official PvP, because if you look at their official PvP numbers, and I have not looked at them for years, compared to the modded community numbers, they're the 1%. Yeah, exactly. Like, I know for a fact after playing Dox's Mike's mod Discord mod that a lot of the stuff that Hexen has is based some on Dox. Like, broaden your horizon, dude. Don't play and don't give credit where it's due. That's just freaking wrong. Like, like if we take it to the primitive days, fire on a stick is a torch. You know, put more wood, fire becomes a campfire. You know, we're constantly evolving and taking ideas from other people to make it better, to make it lighter, to make it fun. Yeah, there's so many. Like, you cannot be like, I am influenced of doing this by Asmongold. Like, he would do live commentary on videos, and I'm like, you know, this pisses me off. I seen Asmongold do it. I'm gonna do it. I got influenced by him. Okay? And he sat down and he does not yell. He only spits out facts that he knows about. Okay? That's why I respect him so much, not only as a streamer and a YouTuber and content creator, but as a person, because he looks at the bigger picture of everything.
Modding off of someone else's game. I appreciate.
Really, because if you appreciate it, I have not seen you give one credit to specific mod creators that have created it. Every time I've seen one of his Omega videos, he's like, hey, what's up, guys? We're running some Omega. We're going to fly around and kill a bunch of things and see really bright growing lights. I have never heard him saying that Hex is the creator. I have never seen him promote the Discord. I have never seen him promote Hexen's PayPal or his Patreon. Not one time that you have shown that you appreciate what modders have created for you, that you can spend thousands of hours and make thousands of dollars off of. Not even appreciation, let alone giving them $1. Oh, who was the guy? There was a charm in Docs that was named after a content creator. You know? That's how Mike kind of showed appreciation of bringing Docs to life and giving people an idea. Because Docs is more confusing than Omega. I'm sorry to tell you guys. But it's harder and more confusing than Omega. And I've played both.
So much. The hard work that so many mod authors have put into time. It is a thankless job. Thankless.
And you're not thanking them. All you said is you appreciate it, but what do you appreciate of it? I'm just going to let this run a little bit. I'm going to use the bathroom so I can commentate on what he says after. Because we're running short on time here.
On all they hear all day are people complaining about their mod, which I'm sure many of them are just taking what I'm saying, complaining about it, and they're not getting crap from Wildcard, and this is a whole other topic. Yeah, maybe that partially is why a lot of mod authors are, a little high strung. I get it. But that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I am talking about the future of ARC mods, because this is still not a major problem, but it's growing. The seeds were planted, and it is growing, and it is only going to get worse unless mod authors, again, not talking to all of you, but I'm sure even some of you start to see these other people doing stuff and thinking, maybe I should do it like that. Maybe
So the frustration with mod authors have is the ignorance. I'm not a mod author, but I'm going to speculate here. Is the ignorance that somebody who has never touched a code in their life, don't know what they're talking about, has never spent a second in their Discord live stream to see what actually modding happens, talk about creating your own game, creating your own mod, stuff like that. First of all, if you don't know what it entitles, don't talk about it. It makes you look like an ignorant person. And Hex has locked it behind a donator channel to see him mod, but that's how he runs his Discord, and Discord is his domain, so he can choose to do that. Just like Dmac, I'm sure he has certain videos and certain posts that are tied behind membership to his YouTube channel. Which stuff I personally do not have. I do not have a single member of my YouTube, nor do I want any, because I will feel bad because I'm taking your money for the same content that everybody else has. And I have made it very clear. If you'd like to donate to me, it all goes into my servers. Because my biggest plan was to make a community out of ARC that is self-sustaining through donations without pay-to-pay content. So I don't have to pay for the servers, and the community just basically says, hey, you're our president, here's our money, please make this server fun for us that we can love and play. That is my whole goal with my community. And me not uploading for 2 months pretty much solidifies that, because my top priority is real life and my wife's health getting better. I have not asked for a single dollar for anybody. The only thing we have that it's a little pay is for our modders. You can pay $5 and we will give you a bunch of revival stones for Omega. That's it. Really insignificant if you know the mod, really helpful if you're a new player learning it. Okay? I don't make money off of this. I'm not here for the money. I love teaching people. If I could remember people, if I can memorize stuff a lot better, I would be a teacher. Yeah, some people have like that. He's literally making all kinds of ways of that. My servers are open to the public. We are talking about having a donator server where rates are even more boosted. But anybody in the world, okay, majority of the countries in the world can afford $5 to have a season long, and it's 3 months. $5 gets you 3 months of a season in our servers with being on the server and doing high rates. For example, if we do to implement that, 3 months for $5, that's stealing. Because we like even running a server, you're putting time and effort into configs, testing them, fixing bugs, server restarts. Like all this time, you have to be available to do something like that. And guess what? We're not getting paid. If I count up how many hundreds, probably thousands of dollars so far since the Dodo community has started, I have lost a lot more money than I have gained. Okay, but I still do it because I enjoy having people a safe place to enjoy and play.
Maybe this is how it should be. Maybe I should absolutely shit on the players of my game.
Hex has never shit on players of his game. He has spoken against certain ways they play. That is true. He has tried to control certain ways people play. That is true. However, I have never seen him straight out go, you don't fucking play the mod I want and how I want it. You can't fucking be in my Discord. I have never ever seen that. Now that's not saying it has not happened because I'm not on Discord 24/7, but I have never seen it. So this is my perspective again. Come on, hit the right button.
You know, maybe I should say I hate content creators. I want to ask.
And I do hate content creators. I really do. Because we are a species where, oh, I have 1,000 views. Oh, I have 1,000 subscribers. I have 20,000, 30,000. I must be important. Nope. In reality, the fact is, YouTube will still continue without you. You're 1 in 3 billion people. Your content does really not matter that much. Maybe certain people really enjoy your content and brings a smile to their face, then yes, you do matter to a point. Maybe you're an educational channel. Sure, you do matter. Maybe you're a restoration channel that, though I've recently watched some of them are fake, but if it's a fake video of a restoration and you're not hurting anything and you're not hurting anyone, who cares? People are enjoying your content. You want to restore a guitar, you want to restore a fake guitar that's damaged, go for it. You're not hurting anybody. Who cares? This right here, this video is hurting Arc, the dev community, devs, and all the good player base that has remained silent because they're tired of fighting with these toxic people that he's speaking of. They're not gone. They're just tired. Yeah, and again, Zodiac, if Hex sees a vision of his mod where Galley, before it was a Galley Prey, you literally rank up your Galley Prey, you're done. You have the best DPS dino, literally said there in AFK. And, Hexen looked at that and it's like, this is not how I imagined it. This is not how I want it. Does he have the right to change it? Absolutely, it's his mod. Right? You can look at it, yes, he's controlling it. This is true. But what about if, I don't know, what's a really popular MMO right now? I'm gonna use RuneScape. The when the T-bow, when it first came out, the twisted bow first came out, it was destroying every single boss in the game. And the devs go, this is way too strong. We're gonna have to nerf it. Was that wrong of them? Because that's exactly what Hexen did, right?
How many of you have started playing a mod that you didn't first see from a content creator?
Actually, I found Omega due to Legion. I just want to point that out. If it wasn't for Legion, you guys would have no content for Omega.
Maybe some of you, but the vast majority learned about the mod from a content creator. We are not your enemies. Sorry.
We actually are your enemy because a lot of us spread false information. Like hopefully I'm proving in this video. We spread a lot of false information. There's a lot of crybabies, and there's not a lot of responsibility that comes with it.
If we don't always play the way you want it to be played, but guess what? We brought eyes to your mod.
Exactly, but we are not entitled to anything to what goes in this mod. Okay? We're not entitled to any money of it. So, I create stuff for Hex, right? I just say I'm officially partnered with Hex. And am I entitled to his donations? Because I create content and got the publicity out to his mod? Absolutely not. Like, what? There was no contract signed between me and Hex. There was no agreement between us. So, me putting content out there without him agreeing to these terms does not make it that I can take his donations from him. And the same thing with it, because he has not said, hey, Offenses, you're putting content out with my mod, I would like a cut of, for every dollar you make, I want 1 cent. for example. He has never come to me and said that. And this is not what we agreed on. But you have to give credit where credit's due. Have his Patreon linked in your description. Have his PayPal linked in his description. Okay? And say, if you would like to help this modder, here is appropriate links. And the disclaimer on the bottom, this does not go towards me. I get no cut of it. 100% of what you donate goes to this modder. So please donate with discretion, because some people are gonna donate $1,000 and they're broke in real life. Okay, there is an addiction for that. What I meant, what I want to know is the creator of immersive taming mod. I am not familiar with that mod. Immersive taming mod. Is that like a mod or just like the mods in general?
It is then up to you to spell out ways in which you should play. But it doesn't change the fact. Who cares how someone plays it? They are playing it.
This is true. I agree with
And
him.
is it, you're only turning people off and making it a bad place by spending more times with your updates trying to worry about what other mod is out there that is going to bastardize the way.
So if you're digging a hole and you're using your hands, and then you see somebody next to you using a shovel to dig, are you going to stop what you're doing and change the way you look at things and update your arsenal to dig that hole better and make it look nicer and do it faster? Absolutely. And that's what an update is: fixing bugs, adding quality of life things, and um and just making it easier on yourself. I mean, honestly, my opinion on all of this that boils down is, if you want to play Arc Vanilla, play Arc Vanilla. If you want to play Arc Vanilla with 1,000 rates, play Arc Vanilla with 1,000 rates. If you want to play Omega differently than the rest of us, I play differently than the Omega official server. I have different mods on my servers, but if you don't like it, you don't have to be there. There's a single player mode in Arc that you can do. You don't even have to pay for it. If you want to play with your friends, well, somebody's going to need to cough up the cash, yes. But if you don't like how people run their servers, you don't have to be there. There's other, and renting an Arc server, I can tell you it costs one Arc server with 20 slots from our current thing. I think it's about $27 because we have RAM boost, because Arc is a spaghetti code shitfest. So, but again, if you want to bypass certain things, if you want to, like, we use soul terminals to cook down our eggs. It's not part of Omega. We use crazy potions to reset mating cycles. Not part of Omega. But Hexen has never once bashed on my servers for doing this. Some of his player base in his Discord has. Guess what? I ignored them. Literally ignore toxic people in gaming, in life, everything. Those people probably have it worse than you. Just so you know. There's something wrong in their real life, that this is their safe space, and they don't understand that they're progressing negative stuff that does not make them feel better. Hopefully in the long term they will understand that. But as of right now, they do not.
I intend the game to play. Spend time improving your mod.
He is. We literally get updates all the time. If he was a donator, here, one sec. Let me go to the Discord. Upcoming patch notes. So if he was a donator, right here, you can see Hexen talking about all the improvements. Upcoming improvement. This is an upcoming patch notes. Alright, these are not even the patch notes. This is all the stuff he has been working on. Here is his roadmap, right? This is my roadmap. This is what I'm waiting for right here. Legendary weapons. This is what I'm waiting for. If he was a donator, you can see all the improvements he is making. Yeah, Hex, why did you add an alpha Trudon? Nobody likes Trudons except tamers. They're evil creatures that should not exist.
Don't worry about that because there's always going to be a new mod that is going to somehow exploit yours. That is what mod.
Again, that's called I forget the correct word, but inspiration. That is inspiration somebody gets in the existing mods or new mods to create a better mod. And that's just how the life works.
Mods do. Your mod exploits Ark, the base game.
Okay. You cannot exploit something that the developer has. I didn't even catch this before. You cannot exploit something that was meant to be modded. That's not an exploit. Exploit is something that, hey, I like in Ark, you're not supposed to glitch through the map. People do it though. That's an exploit. You're not supposed to dupe things in Ark Vanilla PvP. People still do it. That's an exploit. Those people have been banned. I have not seen a single modder of a well-known mod get banned for quote-unquote exploiting and modding the game. So technically, it's not an exploit. It's a tool that Wildcard has given to the talented modders to create a version of the game that Wildcard did not see.
To something else. And does Wildcard shame you for doing that?
I wish they would. They would go bankrupt.
I don't think so. So why would you do that to anyone else? Again, who cares how someone plays as long as they're playing?
Again, we were just repeating stuff over and over again.
Simple. To absolutely shit on the people playing their game.
More.
And defend their position. Oh, my lord. Oh, disgusting. And if you want to know who you should watch out for, who is toxic, all you got to see is look in the comments. You'll see all the little snakes pop out.
I mean, if you go look in this video, his comments, there's a lot of snakes in there. Just saying.
Defend their position. Oh, my lord. Oh, they're cheating in your
And
mod.
the worst part is he's hearted some of those negative remarks too.
Oh, you better patch that. I love it.
And he's never said cheating. He has never said cheating in any of his exploits. Not once has he ever accused somebody for cheating. So there was a my community in the early days, we had somebody come in and show us a glitch where you can breed unique dinos at a very affordable rate. And yes, we did abuse this glitch, this exploit. But Dodo said, hey, we have to report this to Hex. This is game breaking. And I said, you know what, Dodo, you're right. I feel bad about it too. Let's do it. So we reported it. Hex never called us out, and it was in my videos. Hex never called out offenses. YouTube streamer exploited this, so I have to patch it. Not one time. And I have exploited a lot of things on my videos that you guys don't know that it's exploits. But, you know, I try not to show that. Or if I do it, I try to do it off stream. Because I know little secrets that most people don't about Omega. That Hexen, if he knew, he would patch it because that's not how the man is played. But it makes my life easier on farming. So yeah.
I love it because I get to see the stupidest people in the world, the most toxic people.
He's just yelling more of the same thing, and again, he's just repeating the same thing over and over again, and kind of calling himself out on being stupid and toxic. When all this video he's done nothing but be toxic, and I have not seen a single proof. I have not seen a single fact that he can defend this with. It's just his mere frustration seeping out into the internet because he has a high player base. Yeah, if somebody comes to me and be like, "Hey, offenses, I saw this great glitch. It's very game breaking. This is how you do it." And if I test it and I can confirm it, and I feel that it's very serious towards the gameplay, I will tell Hex. Yes, I would. I wouldn't make a video about it either. Now, if it was a little glitch where it's not really a big deal, I would make a video on it and let the player base know. And hopefully Hex doesn't caught wind of it too fast, and we can kind of have a little fun with it. You know?
Come out and reveal themselves. Keep doing it. And guess what? I would love it if you gave me more content to make another video about it.
Well, I guess I'm giving him more content to make another video if he wants to make it about me. But if he makes it about me because he's bigger than me, we'll give him a god complex and he would be a bully. From what he stated this entire um, video, I guess, stated, voiced, opinionized.
Because, yeah, I'm making money off you from being
Technically, I am too.
Freaking idiot. Just keep it up.
Yep.
See where it goes. I can do this forever. I'm getting more views off of this.
I can't do this forever, guys. I don't have the patience, nor the time, nor the interest to sit here and squabble with somebody who has never participated in a Arc Omega tournament, that has not a single video on how to do things in Arc Omega, has not shared a single thing with the Omega community, has not helped financially Hex in any way, shape, or form. I don't have the time for that, nor the patience, nor the need to be honest. Like, if I say something, I make sure it's true. And many of you, my streamers that are watching this now, or have watched my content, or will be watching this, know that this is the facts, this is what it is, this is how I feel about it. That's it. It's that cut and dry with me.
Than I am from your damn mods. So what?
Again, ignorance. He's ignorant. He thinks because he is a big YouTuber, he can do whatever he wants. So what? So what if there's no repercussions? I should be able to get away with it. I can do whatever I want. I'll just skip through this because it's just more.
Of some people. You don't like what I'm saying? Don't watch. I said in the thing, if you don't want to support people.
And to be honest, the only reason I watched it because I was very curious. But when I watched this, I was very frustrated on what he was saying because it's not true. He is a bully as well. He's no better than the guys in the Discord shaming you for playing a different way than they are. He's shaming modders for patching their game, for creating the mods how they see it fit. He's shaming them. Like, why? If you don't like it, Dmac, come up with your own game, come up with your own mods, and you make it the way you want them to.
People don't support people that are shitting on you. It's just plain and simple. Don't do it. Don't take it. Don't let bullies bully you. Don't do it. I'm not going to, and you shouldn't either.
Exactly. To all the modders that are watching out there, please don't let what Dmac said deter you from making the mods the way you want, from doing what you see fit with your mod. Do not be scared of nerfing, changing, resetting the whole thing if you have to. Because without you guys, the reality is we will not be an Arc. So we're gonna end on this. I have to go to work. I didn't shower, so I guess my my coworkers get. I'll put some cologne on, but they get to suffer. Do not be afraid of people like Dmac. Okay, we thank you for what you have done, and we I have spent 500 hours on PvP. The rest of my hours are in your mods. From all the modders out there, I have not done internal. I apologize. I will play the internal mod eventually. Um, it's on the back burner. Omega, PF, Docs. I think that's the only three mods that I really remember playing. I played PF for a very long time, and I appreciate you guys, and I thank you for all the hours that you have put in to make this for free. When I say Omega, that goes for Hex and Zytera, by the way, because they both have. It's Omega as a whole is two mods: Zytera creators and Omega mod. Okay, to me, they're two of the same things. Can one play without the other? Sure, but it's not the same. I guarantee you, not seeing a skeleton Spino for the first time and you crapping your paint, it's not the same. Or seeing a skeletal RG for the first time, you're going like, oh my god, it's so cool. How does it even fly? And then you realize it's a video game. But thank you guys for putting in time and effort. I wish I was richer to, as they say, throw you a bone and really say thank you to it. But from now on, this is what I pledge, and I will do my damnedest to remember to do it. If I'm playing your mods for any game, not just Ark, I will put your Patreon if you have one, or if you have a public PayPal available to the community. So if somebody wants to donate to you, they can. Because I think as a content creator, profiting as little as I'm profiting off um, your guys' mods, I think you guys deserve at least that much. And for people, let me check if there's any personal information here on this. I don't think so. So, as I said, I'm going to show you my assets. Since I have made my YouTube monetized, this is how much money I've made. $58.35. This is how much money I have made from you guys watching my videos. Since my monetization. Last payment, you can see it's blank because I have not hit the threshold of $100. But don't take whatever you hear on the internet to heart and believe it blindly. Okay? If Daddy Dmac wants to make another video calling me out, fine. Do it. Tell me something I said that was not true. Because I gave facts, you gave opinions. I'm calling him out. Because somebody needs to. Because bullies need to be put in their place, especially bullies that don't know what the hell they're talking about when it comes to the Omega community. Alright? Just because you got your feelings hurt, because you got removed from a Discord, because you're being disrespectful, or whatever the cause might be, don't take it out on everybody. Don't do false accusations with no backups, okay? For somebody that has been in the industry like yourself for such a long time, you should know better. You should strive for better and to get your community to a nicer place. This is spreading toxic crap to your community. What I'm using this is to show my community, as little as they are, and I appreciate every single one of you. For people, you leaving a like, you leaving a, just watching the video in general. That's all statistics that I can see, and when I see them, I'm go like, I got literally when I started going, I'm like, honey, somebody liked my video. She's like, yeah, I did. No, I have 2 likes. You don't count. She's like, oh, that's great. From 1 like went to 2 likes, 3 likes, 4 likes, 5 likes, 50 likes on my video. I literally still get hyped when I get 50 likes on my videos. When I get comments on my videos, I love it. Especially if I don't make sense on something and people ask and I just comment right underneath and they, thank you. You really made this mod really nice for me and easy to explain. I was very intimidated. Like this literally sets my rocks off. people join my Discord and be like, and then when I comment on there, they're just like, "Oh my God, it's offensive," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, shitty content, bad editing, yada yada." You know, I mess with them. I don't care. I start from humble beginnings, and I will stay with humble beginnings, unless I'm trying to make like a really official, nice video. I might pay for it, whatever that is. But I don't do it for the money, and everybody knows that. All my donations, all my money go into my servers. My goal of my servers is to have a nice, friendly community where Arc stops breaking. I know that one's impossible. One can pray. And my servers are self-sustained with the donations of people. Me and Dodo don't profit from any of it. Shit, I'll pull up our Patreon. I'll pull up the PayPal I send every day to Dodo. Or not every day, every month for our servers to be paid out. I don't make money. I lose money. Yeah, thank you. See, this literally that comment just made my day. And on me being late to work, I don't care, although my wife might not be happy about that, but you know, she knows I'm passionate. She literally yells me, "Martin, you're not making any videos. It's been 2 months. I need you to make videos." And I tell her, "Look, I need you to get better first. Like all this is just a hobby." But when you attack my family, my community, me and you are gonna have a problem. It does the same thing at work. You attack my employees, rude customers, different people from different departments, we're gonna have a problem because these people trust their selves, their trust in me, and it's my job to defend them. That's what a leadership role is. But anyway, guys, if you want to share this video with Dmac, go for it. If you want to share it with all the other communities and different modders, and tell them where to skip with all my tangents, please do so. They need to know that we love them, we appreciate them, and we need them. Okay, we need them. They don't need us. They can go and mod and get jobs at Microsoft and other gaming companies and never make a single mod. They don't need us. We need them to make us good content where they listen to us and our opinions and take it into consideration. Consideration is a big key in that statement. Because in the end of the day, nobody can tell you how to raise your kid. Nobody can tell you how to make your mod. Their mod is their kid. Okay? It's their not livelihood, but it's their being coming into creation, okay? So next time you think of being toxic to somebody, next time you think about being toxic to anybody, including modders, take time and realize that they are doing this for free. They're doing this for you, and most of them make nothing out of it. And actually take time to get to know them and talk to them. If they live stream when they're coding, go watch their live streams. If they're live streaming on Twitch, go to their Twitch channel and actually see as a person who they are before you make false accusation and assumptions. You know? You know what they say about assuming, right? My father always said it, but I can't say it on YouTube. Don't assume anybody is negative. Don't assume anybody is out to get you. Because most of them, they just might be going through a hard time. They might not care about you. It's fine. We're 1 in 3 billion people on this planet. None of us play a significant role. Unless, you know, you're president of a country or something like that. But anyways, share it. Like, I love your guys' likes. If you have any comments that you would like to comment after the video, go to put it down below. As long as you're respectful to both three parties, Hex and myself and Dmac, your comment will not be deleted. I will heart any comment that's respectful and proves a point. But respectful and courteous towards others is very important. It is very rare in the world as a whole, and people need to understand that everybody's human and everybody has feelings. Okay? And everybody does matter to a point of, you know, you're making somebody's day better by making this content. You're making somebody's day better by cracking a joke. You're making somebody's day better by just picking up a trash off the street. Okay, these are my opinions on this video. This is my opinion on what he said. I'm not gonna finish the video because it's a bunch of the same, repeating this over and over again with him yelling. So I said what I have to say. Hopefully, I get back into making more. Actually, the 15 our servers reset, and I will be streaming live our new season. If you guys like to join us, you're more than welcome to. If not, any questions, concerns, comments, I pay Legion $0 a month, zero down interest on his opinions on our Dodo Empire Discord. Feel free to jump in our Discord and ask questions. He's always open. Again, disclaimer: if you go and I'm saying this because the Hex on Discord has not been cleaned up yet. If you if you post anything that's not the regular gameplay and your Dinos levels are sky up, you most likely will be talked down to. That's a fact. However, if you have a concern that there's a bug happening and you follow the sequence and you report a bug, it will be looked at. Okay? And if it's still not looked at, it doesn't hurt to send a DM to somebody. Okay? Yeah, see? 2 days. Clean toxicity from the Omega Discord. You heard it here, folks. Heard it here first, folks. Stop smiling at me. Um, exactly. So, again, look. 2 days. Thousands of people in his Discord are not being toxic. Only the certain few that realize they fucked up royally are shutting the hell up now. Now we can see the truth of the Hexen Discord and the Omega Discord. But not everybody's toxic like he claims they are. Alright, guys. I am definitely going to be late now. I gotta do the hygiene stuff. And I'll see you guys later. Exactly. Just want to bring that to light to everybody. Anyways, guys, enough beating around the bush. Thank you for coming out. Zatera, thank you for coming in, shedding some light on technical questions that I could not answer for the life of me. If I get yelled at and lose my job, well, I guess we have to become a full YouTuber now. Wes giving me a funny look. Anyways, guys, thanks. Bye. Hope you guys have a great day. Spread the love.